are here doing a video shoot to talk about the difference before and after my cochlear implant. It's a miracle for me, life-changing.
My name is William Howard. I am a cochlear implant recipient, and this is my wife, Denise Howard.
I'm Claudio Guillermo Jr., a cochlear implant recipient.
I'm really looking forward to talking about those things that have impacted our relationship.
We met about 58 years ago, and we're married 53 years. He has such a wonderful attitude about life. He's a nurturer in so many ways.
I've been married to Jerry for 40 years, 40 plus years.
My sister, I feel like we're very attached to our parents because they did a lot for us growing up. And I'm just now realizing that.
When I met my husband, we were in the same unit. He just signed in, and he came into my office, and he was so loud that I couldn't stand it. But he kept coming back.
Hey, you guys aren't supposed to be cheating and raising questions.
I tried to correct him.
Do you ever feel discouraged as you try to address your hearing loss?
My day-to-day struggle, of course, with the telephone, and I depended on so many people.
Me and my sister would have to step in and get on the phone with her and help her through conversations. It was sad for me to see her frustrated more so than me.
They were things that we enjoyed early in our marriage and eventually kept cutting more and more of them out.
Social life I did not have. I focused on my phone, go to a corner, struggle with the intimacy of being around people.
I had to make everyone around us aware. He didn't feel comfortable engaging in conversation. It was hard.
We used this two-step process to communicate. Get his attention by either touching him and making sure that we had eye contact so that he could read my lips.
I started avoiding talking to the telephone, regardless of who is on the other side.
And believe me, at times it would get annoying, frustrating to always be taking his messages. And I felt like a secretary. We kind of just walked away from one another.
I think we had equal frustration. You know, it's hard work. It's just hard work.
The part that's discouraging is knowing that you have your limits. You know, you can't do things that most people with normal hearing can do easily.
You do what you have to do to make it work sometimes.
What was it like when he could hear again?
After he had the implant, all of a sudden, there was better communication.
When I got my cochlears turned on, I went outside that Saturday morning, and I heard the birds chirp. I said, what in the world is that noise? I'm looking around. I didn't realize I have lost the sense of what birds sound like.
One of the most beautiful things I have won back is being able to identify and enjoy music.
I've seen my mom win back her independence with her cochlear implant, which I think is really special.
I have more friends, a community because of that, and I'm not as afraid, so it's wonderful.
My wife and I were traveling, and we were having a conversation in the car, and she noticed that we were doing this without having to look at each other. And she said, this is the first time we've been able to talk in the car in 30 years. It made her cry. She recognized that we had kind of won back this ability to have simple conversations.
Knowing what I know now, I would tell myself maybe to love him more. And he's a person with hearing loss, to be more patient with him.
I feel like we've won back happiness.
It's the best thing I've ever done for myself. You will not regret it.
Being invited here to be part of this group kind of cemented, making me feel like I'm part of something.
I feel like I've got the guy I dated back, who is a social person.
I think Cochlear is giving everyone a hope that there's something better out there.
It kind of
makes you more of a team, and it makes me feel like I'm more a part of her life.
I think that stood out the most is the community. How wonderful that is, that we can connect.
Just to say, hey, I went through this, it's just wonderful to be able to express that.
I'm able to have a conversation. I'm able to be intimate with my wife, intimate with my kids, which means that we can have that one-on-one conversation. And I see that in everybody at this table. And I think that we all have learned a great deal today. So cochlear implants and families.